And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend, Cheap Ludes. How you doing? Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a relaxing Sunday, a chill day full of nothing strenuous. That would be ideal for everybody. I am in my most comfortable fit, dude. I am straight chilling. I've been watching Top Boy all morning, dude. Shout out to Top Boy. Such a good show, man. My beanie is so small. If I were to roll this thing up like 2 more times, I think legally it could be considered a yarmulke. Either way, let's gaze upon the crystal ball, flash forward, pun time, and look at what we can expect from my team this week. Now, this week's going to be a very interesting week. The reason I say that is because Season 4 is upon us. So I'm kind of curious as to what we'll actually get this week in general. So we'll start with tomorrow. Now, I don't expect much from tomorrow. I do think that we may get a moments card, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be tomorrow. I would be willing to guess it's probably like Tuesday. I still have yet to do any of the Lowry Markkanen stuff. I probably will do it though. The reason being is just because Jazz teams are very usually hard to fill out. So having anyone from the Jazz organization typically beneficial in some capacity for later on. So probably going to do this. It sounds like a miserable experience. I don't know, man. Is Larry Markkanen still super expensive? What is he in the Zen set? I would assume. No, he's not really as expensive as he was. There was a point where he was like 88K a couple days ago, but I figured it kind of tooled off a little bit. Most people got their Lowry Markkanen, sold the diamond one, which you could argue that the diamond and the pink diamond really aren't all that different. It's just that one's free and one's not. So cool, whatever. I don't think we really see much of anything tomorrow. Like I said, very small possibility we could see like a moments card. If it were to be like a moments card, it would be someone like a Thomas Bryant, or who had a big game not too long ago, or like a Jonas Valanciunas who's had a couple good games, or maybe like a Nikola Vucevic who had a triple-double a couple of days ago. Like, I don't think we'd be seeing anyone kind of higher up on the rung of like NBA players. So, like I said, don't really see anything on Monday. The other thing we could get would be like a XP push, maybe for those people who haven't gotten like Trey or something of that nature. That would be kind of my only real thing I think that we'll see tomorrow. Now on Tuesday we'll be getting another takeover player, so if you haven't gotten criminal legend Derek Coleman, yeah, I mean, you can do that. He's not the greatest. His release is a little bit better than you would expect though. Like, I expected his release to be absolutely garbage, being its Bismack Biyombo release. Doesn't exactly scream positive, you know. When you think Bismack Biyombo released, you don't think that it's going to be wet, but it's actually a pretty good, yeah, it's a pretty good release. Look for Derek Coleman to play a very pivotal role in my Our Team podcast tournament team, because I'm running a very special theme team, and he is going to play an integral part of that theme team. So we're going to be getting a new takeover player. I don't know at all who it's going to be. It's still going to be themed. Iced out, though. I don't think they're going to switch the theme up. I mean, I can look back to... I mean, looking back, it doesn't look like they switched the theme up for the last one. I'm trying to look at, like, the, you know, last Tuesday guy of Season 2 to see if they switched the theme up. But, of course, the minute that I actually need 2KDB to actually do anything, it basically spits in my face and does that weird London teeth-sucking thing that they do in Top Boy quite a bit. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but it's fine. it's all good. So looking back to Season 2, looks like Maggette still had the old theme when we got Maggette. So I would assume that the Tuesday person will still have like the iced out theme. I really don't know who it's going to be. It doesn't really matter. The reason I say that is just because none of the Tuesday guys have been fantastic or anything. They've all been very meh. Like, Sharif was pretty solid. Gugliotta gets a lot of rebounds. Derek Coleman's kind of meh. Dwayne Wade's kind of whatever. Rafer Alston. It could be anyone. I would assume it's going to be a center, but I don't know. Who knows? I'm still thinking maybe like Walt Bellamy would be cool. Like someone that we haven't seen yet, but it's probably going to be like Thunder Dan Marley, which would be sick, by the way. I would be stoked about that. I just want that on the record. I actually wouldn't be shocked at all to see that at this point. So now Tuesday would be the day that we would get moments cards if they were going to do that. We're also going to be getting Season 3 Super Packs, so expect that. I don't think they're going to be worth anything. We might actually get them tomorrow too, because these end in 19 hours, so it could be a Monday thing. But either Monday or Tuesday, we're going to be getting Season 3 Super Packs. I will say right now, they're not worth opening. They're not going to be worth opening. The reason I say that is because with the Flash Forward set, we're 100% seeing a huge leap in power scaling. So realistically, I'm not going to say none of these cards will be usable, but they're all going to be a lot less usable than like Season 2 cards going into Season 3, if that makes sense. Like going into probably 2 or 3 weeks into Season 4, we're going to have pretty consistent guys like all these Flash Forward guys that are probably better than majority of these Season 3 cards for significantly less MT. So it's not really worth buying any of those cards in general. We could legitimately see some moments, but I don't know. If they were going to do a Moments of the Month thing, which a lot of people say they're going to do, I would assume that that's more likely to hit maybe on like Friday to start the new season off than it would be to just randomly give us in the middle of the week, essentially. That's just me, though. Wednesday, we're just going to get news about the upcoming season. Whether you care about that or not, it's a whole different ballgame. So, as far as level 40 goes, I'm not going to do a full different prediction video for Season 4 or anything. My guess for level 40 is Tatum. That's my guess. I don't know if that's going to be accurate or not, but that would be my guess for level 40. I'm going to say Tatum. I could be very wrong about that. I wouldn't put too much stock into looking at the little graphic they put out. I think it's mostly speculation on if that's actually accurate or not. I don't know. It never has been in the past. That's why I typically just don't pay attention to it. But I'm going to say Tatum just because it could be an older player too, but we did get Kemp as well. So I'm going to go with Jason Tatum. See if that's accurate. Not really sure. Honestly, I have no idea. But that's kind of where my heart is right now. I'm feeling Tatum. Now, the other thing is, are they going to do two things? Are they going to update trophy case players? Yes, I think they are, personally. I guess it's more wishful optimism than it is something I legitimately think they're going to do. Because I think they did kind of hint at it a little bit on the 250k stream, so I would assume that at the bare minimum, they're going to upgrade at least like Larry Bird. Like Larry Bird, I think will for sure get an upgrade. At the bare minimum. Like I would assume. I think it should have been happening already, but I think Larry Bird will get an upgrade. Now, whether Julius Erving and Tim Duncan get upgrades is beyond me. And then whether any of the Opals and Pink Diamonds do, that's another thing. But if they were to update like a Patrick Ewing, put him up to like a 98, give him like a release on normal or quick, I think he could be really good. So there's a way to take some of these guys and make them significantly better. Now, if they're going to do that, that's beyond me. I don't know. I don't think they'll go all the way down the line, though. Like, I would enjoy seeing upgrades for guys like Alonzo Mourning and like Ilgauskas and like Jermaine O'Neal, like just random guys like that. Put their jump shots on quick, give them a couple other stat boosts, maybe a badge or two, but I don't necessarily believe that's going to happen, but it could. Now, this all ties into what I was talking about Season 4 in general with the predictions, because if they are going to do upgrades on the trophy case players, I would unfortunately expect that to mean that we're not getting any new or original players outside of Takeover players for rewards. I think they're just going to double down on trophy case stuff. And maybe at the end give over like, Takeover player option packs or something of that nature. That would be my assumption anyway. And they may use, like they did this season, different grinds to provide different players instead, like moments of the month, or maybe they'll do another like daily thing like they did for the holiday. That was too good where I don't think they're gonna do it again, to be honest. Like it was too sick. Like it was such a good grind that I just don't know if they're gonna do it again. They should, but I don't know if they're gonna go do that again. So I would assume that when we get to actually take a look at like the prizes for each individual game mode, I would assume that they're going to be trophy case centric again. I could be wrong, and I really hope that I am wrong. Like just including centerpieces at 50 and 25 or 30, whatever, would be fine, and then something bigger at 100. But what they're actually going to do with it is beyond me. I would love to see individual reward cards like back in the game, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see. even if they just did it for a few different modes, like if Clutch Time Online, Unlimited, Clutch Time Offline, and Triple Threat, maybe, or like something else, all had individual new reward cards, I think that would bring a lot more life into the mode. But we'll just have to wait until Wednesday to see. But I would temper your expectations and just kind of expect that we're probably going to go double down on the trophy case. But if that is the case, then we're going to see some upgrades for a lot of these trophy case cards at that point. Like, whether that's going to be individual pink diamonds or not, I don't know. But I would assume that we're going to see upgrades for them if that's what's happening. I would love an upgraded Brandon Jennings. That would be fantastic. I don't know. I feel like people are so tired of using these cards that even if they got upgrades, I feel like people really wouldn't care all that much. But we'll just have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. But if they did some SIG changes on some of these guys, I think you would see a lot more people being invested in that. Thursday, we're going to get teases for Friday's content. What that's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be the first pack of season 4. And looking at the first pack of seasons, like this one had Giannis and Lonzo, that's what's up. Ferocious was super whack with Harden and Draymond, so I don't know. And then season 1 was Limitless with like Steph, who was still running for people's teams not long ago, and Dominique was good. So I don't really know how they're going to start this season off. Look to the flash forward set, because however they start this season off, it's going to be closer to flash forward than it is in like a Zen or a Tis the Season kind of way. And I'm speaking solely from like a SIGs, jump shot, etc. perspective. I would assume that there are going to be some modern day players in there, being we just got a whole set of crunchy 1960s guys. So expect some more modern day players. Guys that we could see realistically coming out of these packs that we haven't seen in a bit. I think an Opal Harden would make a lot of sense, actually. I don't think they'll start the season with that, but in the near future, yeah, I could easily see that happening. They just gave us like Durant, LeBron, Luka, etc., so I don't know about all that. We could see Wilt. Wilt's very likely. Any of these season 1 guys are likely as well, like a Zion or a Wilt. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to even see, I don't think Dirk's like a headliner though, but Kawhi would be my number 1 choice as far as guys that we're going to be seeing in the very, very near future. Because usually we don't go this long without seeing a Kawhi Leonard. Now that we're juicing up SIGs, it's probably the time to drop that. So I wouldn't be shocked to see him. We did just get Steph, so I would assume, looking at the season 1 cards, just kind of going from there, that's probably what we're going to see. I don't know though. Could be anything. Don't know what the theme's going to be. Don't know. And then we're going to get our first Friday takeover player. Now, obviously, I would love to see them chill out on the Friday requirements. I don't care if the cards are worse, because the cards really haven't been that great this season. The Friday cards in general, like, they haven't been that good. They've been very, very solid, but I wouldn't say they've been good. Like, that is my feeling about it, right? Week 1, Allen Houston was very good. DeMarcus Cousins has been solid. Jared Wallace was solid. Rex Chapman's meh. Brick Lopez meh. Bob Pettit meh. So I don't think any of these guys have really been overpowered. I think they've all been kind of mid regardless. So dialing down these requirements for any of these cards, I don't think would have been an issue. I don't think it really would have mattered if like a lot of players had, you know, Brick Lopez. I really don't think that would have been an issue whatsoever. So I would like to see that, but it's unlikely that we actually do see that. Here's the other interesting thing here is that Bob Pettit apparently is available for 228 days, 18 hours. Okay. That is interesting. It means that either this is super glitched or they're abandoning takeover players is what this means. From this point forward, and we'll know that for an absolute fact with Derek Coleman. Well, not necessarily Derek Coleman, but the Tuesday player. Like, if we see this Tuesday player and it has the same timer as Bob Pettit, then we know for an absolute fact that they are abandoning the takeover concept, and we're probably going back to getting regular mode players. And I will say that this actually, if this is real, and it's not just a glitch, like, this probably means that we're back to getting mode locked players. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, or if this is just a glitch on my account, but if this is to be read the way that I'm reading it right now, this would mean to me that we are for sure not getting takeover players anymore. Or, hypothetically speaking, even better, from this point forward, takeover players are just available forever, which would be great. But we will know Wednesday. There's no point in speculating on it, but I will say this looks good for a variety of reasons. Like, this actually looks like we might be getting mode locked players again, which is huge, honestly. I think it's a really good thing for the mode. So, kind of something to think about. If the Takeover concept is done as a whole, I think that would not necessarily be great. I actually like the Takeover players, but at the same time, I would like mode locked players a little bit more. So this is something to kind of think about. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you have any specific predictions, drop them in the comments. I like to read that stuff. So, you know, predict away in the comments section. Comments and likes always help. So, you know, YouTuber stuff. So look, you think you got a specific prediction for next season? Jump in the comments. You think I'm wrong about something? Jump in the comments. You think that something's going to go differently? Jump in the comments. Think of something that you would love to see? Comments. You know how it goes. Anyways, it's been your friend Sheep Lutz. We'll see you guys later. Peace.